Hi everyone, it's Sailor Mimzy, and here is part 2 of my flip through for the month of May 2016. So actually a week has gone by since I did the first half. I didn't mean for it to be that way. What happened was I was going to do it all, film it all in one shot, one right after another, but then my camera did something really weird and I had to empty out the memory card. It had like a weird error message I haven't seen before. But I had to empty out the memory card, and then a week went by. I totally forgot and kept pushing it back because I had things to do and work and stuff. So here we are a week later, and we're gonna continue on with this. So we are, just a little update. I don't know if the stain is visible, but look at this. Just a week has gone by and already this is water damaged here. Can't really see it, I think, on the camera, but I could see it looking down at it. See, a week only and it's already gross. Ugh, okay, anyway, so let's continue on. And I stopped on the 16th of May. Alright, so here we are on May 17th. So this drawing is supposed to be me running home, while rushing home. What happened was my husband and I were waiting for the bus to go to our favorite Asian supermarket. At this point we still didn't have another vehicle, so we were busing. The bus was running late and I realized I had forgotten something at home. I caved and I quickly went to go rush home to get it, and our house is a minute away from the bus stop and the bus was already running late, so I figured I would have made it in time. And I told my husband if the bus arrives while I'm gone, then he should just go on ahead without me. So he ended up going alone because the bus ended up beating me. And I was only gone for 2-3 minutes at the most. But I kind of felt bad letting him go on by himself. But he was able to bring home all the food and groceries or whatever on his own without any problems. And this is I think I cut this out while I was doing my bits and bobs video, but this is from the IKEA flyer. I thought it was a really pretty little scene. And next we have the 18th. This was done in a journaling time video. I think maybe my most recent journaling time. I don't remember. But it's when I had issues trying to draw this ice cream cone. And here I have a quote. It says, "Writing is learning to say nothing more cleverly each day." And it's by W. Ailingham. On the 19th here I was being a badass and I opened up one of my Platinum Preppy pens. So I used the yellow one. I was only gonna have 2 at a time open. So right now I have 3 at a time. I know there's no rules, you could do whatever you want, but that's just me and my OCD thing or whatever. But yeah, I opened up a 3rd one and I kept looking at the yellow one. I'm oh, I really want to try it out. So I caved and I opened it up and I love it so much. I think it's my favorite right now. The yellow color on the ink is so pretty. Hopefully I can show you guys. I don't know if it captures it. But it's not fully yellow. There's some parts of it that go darker than others. So there's some parts that look golden orange almost. It's so nice. And this night my husband brought home dinner for me because he ended up going out, and he brought me back shrimp piccata. I've never had it before. I thought it was going to be yummy because it always sounds yummy whenever I hear people on TV shows and movies eating it. And I had one bite and it tasted so weird. The only way I could describe the taste of it is it just made me think of doll hair. That sounds so disgusting. But the flavor of it was plastic, plasticky, a strong, cheap plasticky smell / taste. I don't know. So I did Googling. I wanted to eat it because I didn't want to put it all to waste. So I ended up dousing it with sriracha and lemon juice, and it actually made it edible. And this is this was a lid from a little bin of tomatoes that I had. They were really delicious. But yeah, I thought it was really cute. The color and just the style of it kind of looked vintage to me. The nature sweet cherubs. I don't know. It was pretty. And then I just cut out this little picture of cherubs to go with it. And the next day I have there's a picture of a goat here that I got from, I think, a photography magazine. I'm not sure. And then I just doodled my Sadie piggy. And then that's supposed to be me. And right here, realistically, I think if Sadie met a goat, she would try and scare it away, like when she meets other dogs. Besides birds, geese, and rabbits, I don't know of any other animals that Sadie likes. And then underneath that I wrote, I haven't met a goat that I didn't like. And then the writing is just me talking about all the time that I have for catching up on things around the house and like actually cooking the 3 meals a day, since I've had more time to do things because I'm on break from school right now. And on the 21st, I got the package in the mail from Rowena's shop, Paper Plus Cloth, and I decorated with some washi tape and stickers. And then this is a Project Life card that I put a quote on. It says, our perfect companions ever have fewer than 4 feet. And then beside that I have like the cute bear stamp. It's cat and dog stickers. And in that bear stamp set, there were species of bears that I haven't heard of before. So I googled the spectacled bear. And it actually has like, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it has like that crest on its face, kind of like it has the, almost like how raccoons have rings around their eyes, but that's what the bear looks like. Super cute if you guys want to look that up. And then there's also the sloth bear over here that I looked up, and it is all like fuzzy and super cute looking. I think both of these, yeah, the spectacled bear and the sloth bear are both on the list of endangered species, or they're on the list of becoming endangered species, or they're on the way to that, because yeah, they're bear species being threatened due to habitat loss and poaching. And the sloth bear, they've been used as performing pets due to their tameable nature. So that's pretty sad. But on the 22nd here, I ended up covering up like the predated part of the page. And that honestly did bug me at first, again, because my brain just has a hard time covering this. Like this here, this kind of like makes me nervous. I know that sounds so silly, but it takes a lot for me to do that. So I've been just telling myself it's okay. So yeah, I covered up the predated part here, and I put this is a part of a sample of a manga that was in a magazine that I found. So yeah, I just ripped it out and I put my usual things that I put on the page. So there's the weather, usually put the weather right there, and then the mood thing that I'm tracking for my crochet project is right here, and it's usually underneath the weather over there. And I added in doodles, so there's piggy, there's bear, and I just put in a little silhouette there that's supposed to resemble me. Let's see, on the 23rd. Okay, so it is Victoria Day. We had our first thunderstorm of the year, and since it was Victoria Day, there was fireworks, so that was a double whammy of sounds that Sadie hates and is terrified of. So I have this cutout here of a girl, and I made a little speech bubble, and it says here, "It's making my head spin how many activities we can do," which is from Will Ferrell's character on Step Brothers. And again, that's just because I'm on break from school, so I'm finding more time to like do stuff around here. So Sadie and I were in the office playing with her squeaky pig toy. I tossed it and it fell into my crate of yarn, which I tried drawing right there. And she stuck her head inside, grabbed my current row of granny squares that I was working on, tossed it out of the bin, then sat on the floor beside the crate, waiting for me to dig out her pig toy. So yeah, she wasn't able to reach her toy, so then she just, gave up after that. It was just adorable. She doesn't really ever, like I mentioned before, she doesn't really touch our stuff. So whenever she does, it's just like, it's cute. And then I just added in another page here and made a small little collage of vintage images and washi tape and some rubber stamp stuff there. On this side I have really old label of Jägermeister that I had for a very long time. I just stuck it there. And oh, on this page, so I'm wearing a trophy on my head because I beat my husband 2 days in a row in the video game that we play. So yes, I was being a sore winner, and I felt like it was well deserved because it's hard for me to beat him in this game. They're both really good games too. So this part here is packaging from a Game of Thrones House Baratheon notebook that I've had for a long time. I just started using it on this day, on the 24th, because my current notebook that I use for writing book reviews finally finished and I need a new notebook, so I randomly chose the House Baratheon book. It's kind of like a moleskin notebook, like the style that has the elastic band going around, but it's hardcover and it's lined and it's really pretty. It's good for doing the little book reviews that I like to do for fun. Oh, and this is a bear stamped on a tag, a gift tag. On the 25th, I put together those little traveler's notebooks, those miniature ones. This is actual size, I think. Well, close to actual size. What I did was I got the miniature traveler's notebook cover, I put it here and I traced it, and then I tried drawing it afterwards. So what happened here is Sadie and I went for a walk, and she happily went through the tall grass, all the parts of the street that had tall grass and dandelions. And I don't have allergies or anything at all, but she just like ran through it like it was nothing. She was so happy. And I'm in the back getting all those little flying things at me. I don't even know, what are they called? Are they called spores? I'm not even sure. But they were flying all over the place, and I was like trying to cover my face because I didn't want it to get into my eyes or anything. But she was having a blast. 26, I have made an envelope, and it's just filled with little notes and things. Oh, I did some doodles, and it looks like cutouts from packaging are in here. It's not too bulky, so it's pretty good. Again, it's made with the sample of the manga that I had in that magazine I found. Oh, I went to go check the mail. This was a traumatizing day for me. So usually when there's a spider, I just leave it. We have a peace agreement. I don't bug them, they don't bug me. So what happened was I went to go check the mail, went through the front door, and Sadie, she sits on a stool while I check the mail. I'm always scared of her running out. But yeah, so she was sitting on her stool like a good girl. I went and checked the mail, and while I'm opening up the outside door to like just reach out and grab the mail, I noticed all these little brown dots all over the place, like right in front of my eyes, and I was getting so confused. I'm like, what is this? It looked like they were floating right in front of me. And then I reached over and got the mail, and while I'm doing that, I'm looking at these brown dots still because they were still like kind of hovering there. There was a ton of them. It was pretty much going all across the front outside door. So I reached out, got the mail, and I felt a big cluster of them fall onto my shoulder, and I'm wearing a tank top. So I looked down at my shoulder and I'm like, what's going on? And I saw it had little legs, like each little brown thing had legs, and they were baby spiders. So then I started screaming. I grabbed the mail, I'm like dusting myself off, and like, oh, it was just traumatizing. Oh my gosh. So I'm dusting myself off and I shut the door. I'm still freaking out. And then I run to, like, I was standing at the front there dusting myself off with the door open for like a few moments because I was scared of like bringing them into the house. But there was so many of them. So like, yeah, I ran into the house afterwards, and then I went straight into the shower and took a shower. The entire time, Sadie was sitting on her stool just watching. She did not care. It was so funny. Like, I thought she would have like, you know, reacted and started like jumping at me or something. But no, she just didn't care. So that was pretty funny. What happened? Oh yeah, so I'm guessing that a spider made a nest or a home or something in between our two doors at the front. but I've never noticed anything whenever I checked the mail. Like that was, I guess they all hatched that day because they were tiny. But oof, oh my gosh. So yeah, so these little brown dots here and me freaking out. That's supposed to be, yeah, the little spider babies descending on me. Ugh, gross. Oh, can't stop thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Friday the 27th, angry face, went on the bus to go to work. And the buses here aren't that huge, but somehow 5 strollers and 2 shopping carts got onto the bus. And it was just, oh, it was just a bad bus ride for me. I had to ask a girl if she could just move her stroller for a moment so I can get by, and she said there's no way she could move it. And then I asked this little old lady sitting down if I could just move her shopping cart, and I don't know if she heard me or not, but then this guy ended up helping me moving her cart. And it was like a whole obstacle course. And all, like, while this is happening, of course the bus is moving, and one of my fears is, like, you know, falling flat on my face on the bus. Luckily that didn't happen. Oh, I got an owl pin, so I tried doing a painting of the owl, and I got a little carried away with the ears here, as you can see. They're a bit too fluffy. So it's just with watercolor, and then this is ink. Husband bought a new vehicle, so I put the bear there to resemble this guy. And the next day was Saturday. So I went to work, and I picked up a bagel before I went to go for my shift. And the woman after me ordered one as well. We ended up getting our orders switched, and I didn't realize until I ate my bagel when I went on break. And I like my bagels plain, so I had a plain toasted bagel with plain cream cheese, and then she asked for, and I found this out the hard way, she had a cheese bagel double toasted with double urban garlic cream cheese. It was so gross and so hard to eat. I had to like scrape so much of it off. She must have been so angry though when she got to eating my bagel, my plain boring bagel. She must have been so mad. Well, this is a chopsticks wrapper. It's a really pretty one. I haven't seen one like this before, but I just glued it down, and then I put a washi over top. And this is for sure from the IKEA flyer that I cut during that Bits and Bobs video. It was a nice lazy Sunday. I went out for Korean food with my sister and our nieces. So I just wrote about that. It was like a super lazy day. I started the day off with a headache and then went out for dinner with them. When I saw this lemon meringue pie, actually, this is how I envisioned putting it on my page. Like while I was cutting out, I imagined it sitting on a round table. Well, this is actually, I guess the table looks freakishly small or the cake looks freakishly huge. But yeah, I think it turned out alright. And then Piggy Sadie here. And on the bottom there's a quote from Eleanor Porter. Be glad, be good, be brave. And the next day is Monday, so we're almost at the end of the month. And it was ridiculously sunny. So I was waiting at the bus stop, and there was like slight shade, and then I don't know why I was standing right in the sun, but it took a minute for me to realize that if I just took a couple of steps back, then I'd be in the shade. So that's me freaking out over it. And then Sadie loves the sun. She loves looking for sunspots in the house, and she loves just laying down outside in the sun. Why can't I enjoy the sun as much as her? And here I wrote, less than 5 weeks until my husband's birthday. And here we are, the last day of May. It's kind of Alice in Wonderland themed just because the new movie came out, the second one came out. I haven't watched it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. But I've been seeing all this Alice in Wonderland stuff around, and I remember that I had these stickers that were just sitting around. So I decided to use them on this page. So there's Alice, and oh yeah, the top hat from the Mad Hatter, and then some other bits. Also, I tried drawing, you know, those angry, not angry really, they were like just really rude, and when I was a kid they scared me so much, but the flowers. that were like so mean to Alice. I tried drawing one there. She looks more smiley than like mean, I think. And then I drew another flower here. Let's see. So I have a doodle of myself here, happily wrapped up in yarn. I've been putting off buying yarn, and every time I actually did go to buy yarn, they'd be out of the colors I needed. And this one day I actually found it, and it was so fun that I could finally continue my crocheting. And at the bottom here I have a quote from the Alice in Wonderland book, and it says, "I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then." And I thought that was kind of neat. It does make sense. It goes, oh okay, yeah, so it was my day off. A lot of crocheting and supernatural watching was done. So that's it for the month of May, and I left this page blank again because I think I'm gonna do a quote or something like what I did for May. I ended up I kept an eye out during the month for quotes, really, and then when I found a quote I liked, that's when I did this page. So I'm gonna be doing the same for June. And what did I do? Oh, I didn't even show my May calendar monthly view. So this is May. So for the month of May, it was Asian Heritage Month, and both of my parents are from the Philippines, and I'm really not the greatest at speaking or reading Filipino or Tagalog. And I spent every day this month, like once a day, I was going through this link that I found via BuzzFeed, and it was just a list of Filipino words. Some of them, it's mostly Filipino. There's some Cebuano. I think there might be Visaya. Yeah, Visaya as well. Those are the different languages spoken in the Philippines. There's like a ton more, but yeah, there's a couple of non-Tagalog words in here. But yeah, so I just wrote out a word a day and what it means, and just chose random colors to do it. And I also spent the month reading about different historical figures that are from the Philippines. So that's what I use my monthly view for the month of May. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or requests or anything, just leave it in the comment section below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!